Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you for being with me again today. You remember when Germany and Russia completed Nord Stream pipeline 2, Nord Stream 2, and it was not used because the Americans told the Germans they have to do it, otherwise they are the bad guys again, and they have to impose sanctions on Russia, otherwise again they're the bad dudes, and trying to shame them. And Scholz caved in because his mass media in his country started talking that he's a bad dude. And if that happens in a democracy, in a democratic system, the little fish, the voters, will see the mass media, the mainstream mass media that is, which is some people still watch that and follow that. Then they will say, oh, that's bad, so I'm not going to vote for him. That meant Scholz would be out of the office in no time. So then what did this guy do? Instead of looking at the interest and try to explain the interest of the German people, which would be, guys, without gas, you will be freezing in the winter, and that's coming. So no, or whatever, we're going to need it. The economy needs it. And the oil and so on. He couldn't explain that because he had the mass media who was interpreting certain things in different ways. And then you have the fish, the voters, who said, oh, he's giving us for free. He makes us work to earn that. Who am I going to vote for? I guess for you. So that's how it works in a democracy. Who offers becomes, like the ancient Rome, remember? Circus and bread. That's how it was. Fun. And today you have the games on the TV and bread, beer and whatever you want. And you're going to vote for that person. And free money coming from the government, taken from other people, or just print it and give it to you because you deserve it, because those millionaires took it from you. All right, so enough with the bullshit. Here it is, the situation. They shot themselves in the foot, being the Germans, or the German government shot itself in the foot. Therefore, the population will not have gas, and its industry will going to fall behind the guys who actually pressure them to impose sanctions, which is the United States. Great, competition works. And now they want to use the Nord Stream 2 pipes that are on the territory of Germany to use it somewhere else in a different direction. Let's find out where they want to use it. All right. They are efficient. Somehow they weren't efficient with some other projects a long time ago. It's unbelievable. It doesn't make sense. Germans are very innovative. They're very efficient, calculated. But somehow there were some times when they were not able to to calculate, or at least they were not Germans, and they were inefficient somehow. They couldn't anyway, let's go to this. Germany looking at repurposing unused Nord Stream 2 pipeline for LNG use report. So this is from June 24th from Reuters. Germany looking at repurposing unused Nord Stream 2 pipeline for LNG use. Okay. The German government is considering converting parts of the Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline into a connection for a liquefied natural gas terminal on the Baltic Sea coast. Okay. Magazine Der Spiegel reported on Friday that the German Economy Ministry is considering expropriating the part of the pipeline system located on German territory and cutting it off from the rest of the pipeline. The report did not cite any sources. Expropriating, you know what expropriation is? In the communist time in Romania, the government come and say, hey, you have 2 houses. We're going to expropriate your house. It's going to be coming a government-owned state-owned property. And since you have 2 houses and you are what, a family of 4, you can stay in 1 room or 2 rooms. So you're going to have the 2 rooms in 1 house. We're going to get people from different regions brought in your house. That's not your house anymore, it's a state. So technically you pay rent and they pay rent, not to you, to the state. And the other house that we expropriated, we took it from you, we're going to put people, they're going to give it for rent for other people. That's how it means expropriation. You don't believe me? Too bad. So they will take the pipeline, expropriate it, So it's an owner, proprietor, owner. Take it from that owner, and you say it's mine, it's the government's. Now I'm going to use it however I want. Forcefully, forcefully. All right, so let's go here. Russia said it would be a matter for lawyers if Germany took such steps. The lawyers are who? Who are the lawyers? That matters. Russian gas giant Gazprom completed Nord Stream 2 pipeline which was designed to double the flow of Russian gas directly to Germany at the end of the last year, but it has yet to be used. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz announced it would not go into operation after relations with Moscow broke down ahead of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. No. You broke it down because your boss, Zimbabwe, over the Atlantic Ocean, they told you so. It didn't broke down because it was like a mutual. No. You broke it down. You. It's on you. Russia and Ukraine, two different entities. You inserted yourself into that without being in any alliance with anybody, not being your problem. You live in the same neighborhood that is between them. And you insert yourself. It was you who started using your horn. I'm coming. I'm going to place sanctions on you and on me mostly. All right, so flows of natural gas from Russia have been declined for weeks, and Germany, mindful of the risk of economically damaging energy shortages, is looking for emergency landing locations for liquefied natural gas bought on the world spot market. They try to get from, guess who? The guys who told them to place sanctions on Russia and cut the gas so we can fill the gap on the market. How do you call that? I don't know, find a word for this. Germany has chartered for 4 specialized carriers for the LNG at sea and fleeted into onshore pipeline system. Baltic Sea landing site to complement those at 2 locations on the North Sea would expand capacity. Eastern and Southern Germany are especially dependent on Russian pipeline gas and would benefit from the diversification, Spiegel said. Onshore pipeline that would have carried Nord Stream 2 gas could be repurposed. Yeah, they would be repurposed after you expropriate the owners of it. Nevertheless, you see, when you have laws and regulations and policies, they could be always, depending on which way the boss decides. That's happening in any organization, even in the church. Even in the church, they bend it depending on however is now acceptable by other people's pressure on the church. Because if they would be to read and follow, the canons of and the dogma of the Holy Scriptures, you would not have 50,000 denominations who accept all kinds of sins as being even priests. Really? So the same here. The same. They twist and turn whenever is necessary. In your job, the owner or the state, not the state, because you have those temporary servants that are in charge to managing the state-owned company, they will bend the rules because they have that possibility. They can do that. Even a cop, if he stops you, he doesn't have to follow the law. He has his discretion. At his discretion, he can give you a warning. So there's always a little back door. And nevertheless, so yes, they will expropriate these guys. They're going to use it somewhere else, and then when the Russians are going to be back sometime, if they will, they have to build it back, which is going to probably happen unless the Germans will want to pay more for liquefied natural gas from other sides, and they will, because the weasel up on the top, they decided that because they were pressed by other people on top of other countries, and which are in for us to see, but we don't see the ones who pressure them. We might see here a few, that group, that, but, that name like a Schwab or a Bilderberg or a Davos, or we can just get some names and some, but behind, who are the international bank, where are the bankers, the international banking system, where are they? Who are they? Who are they? All the countries on this planet, minus 2 or 3, are in debt above their head to those banks. What are those banks? Where are they? Who are those guys that we all owe something? We owe. How did we get in debt? How? And who are those? I want to know who those are. Or you don't know. Why? Because thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.